so I got my new bumpers from Shirtless Dave down at White City Recycling. They're off an '87 Mercury Grand Marquise. Now I don't have a lot of time, so I'm just gonna go do it. So there we have the Volvo bumper shock. You can see that I was gonna use this, but look at that bracket, it wouldn't last one hit. So what I'm gonna use is the Ford bumper shock mount. Look at that 1/4-inch steel plate. I am gonna use the Volvo flange, just gonna hammer it onto the Ford shock here and make it work. I don't need to compress the shock because I do really need the length of it. So I'm just gonna weld all the way around here, and I'll also weld the flange on. Alright, so I got it sitting where I wanted. I measured it, it's centered. I'm going to tack everything in place, pull it all off, and then weld it up real good. Piece of cake, right? So after I did that, I painted it up and I ran a chain through the core support and around the bumper and secured it real tight. That's just in case my welds break. I don't want that bumper going underneath the car or else I'll be stuck in the mud. So I did the same to the back bumper, and there's really no need to show you that. If you're not swapping out your bumpers and they're equipped with 5-mile-an-hour bumper shocks, you still want to weld up those bumper shocks, because if those collapse out in the arena, you're going to lose your bumper for sure. Now if you want to collapse the shocks to bring your bumper in a little closer, just drill a hole in the top, let the oil drain out, and compress them and weld them up. But definitely weld them up, because not only is it going to keep your bumper on there, but it's going to help you deliver some hard hits and also help you take them. Okay, so I'm just about finished. I did a lot of things off the camera just because I'm running out of time. Now in an earlier episode I was telling you about the brain on the Volvo. It's located on the passenger side kick panel, and I told you I wanted to relocate that and put it inside the battery box. So I did that. Now the brain for this car, the housing to it is actually the ground as well. So what I did was took the original mounting brackets from the kick panel and welded it inside of the battery box, and then remounted the brain in, and it was easy to install that way, and it's automatically grounded. It was a lot easier than I thought it would be, really. So anyways, I still have a few things that I need to do to this car before it gets to the Derby, which is in 2 weeks. I still want to weld up the spider gears, stuff the shocks, run a chain around the axle, chain around the motor mounts, and some other little things. So So with that said, this will be the last video for this show, with the Volvo anyways, until I get another car. I know I didn't cover a lot of the things that I said I was going to, and I really wanted to, but you know, it's really time consuming doing it this way. But in February I am going to buy a full size, and it's going to be some good old iron, hopefully, if I can find it. And now that all this stuff's out of the way that I've already shown you, we don't have to do that again. So next season I'll be able to just get right into a lot of the cool stuff like the spider gears. I really wanted to show you that. But this series is over. It's the last one. So before I get out of here, I wanted to leave you with one last trick I think is pretty cool. It's not going to make your car any stronger or faster or anything. It's just real helpful out in the pits. If you're using hood bolts, this is a really cool trick. What I did was I got some 5/16 rod and I welded it right onto the nut on both sides. Now you don't have to use rod, you can use, last year I used a bolt and welded it right onto the nut. Now I know you might say that's not technical and that's elementary stuff, but you know what, before I knew about this and I was in the pits and I'm wrenching on my hood bolts and I see the guy next to me just spinning his on and, you know, tweaking them down. I was like, that is awesome, I'm gonna do that. And I've done it ever since, it's great. It's quick and easy. Give it a shot. Okay, so that's it. Keep an eye out for the MacArthur video footage. If you're gonna be there, I'll see you there. And if not, you know, I wanted to thank all of you guys for watching, and I hope that I was able to help some of you out. And, you know, wish me luck. Until next time.